I'd been having terrible headaches for the longest time. Every day, they were pretty much like excruciating. It was just really hard to like do basic activities. And so I got recommended to NWI. And I mean, I was eager for any option, and it turned out great, so yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a pretty long examination, and I think it's good to know that it's long, because then you as a patient understand that the doctors here and the care team here is super diligent. They're going to look at a variety of different tests to kind of evaluate you, which I think is super nice. But I also think it shows that like their thoroughness and not only their experience as care physicians, but then also as doctors who really want to care for their patient. They show that they really care about you as a person. I mean, this is world-class therapy, I would say. I think the people here are so nice, but it's also the care that I received is like top-notch. It's like so innovative, and I think it's care that I think was tailored to me personally. It wasn't just like I was thrown into a plan that was like pre-organized, but I really got care that was specialized towards my condition and what I needed, which I think was super special. But then also, like I said before, like the care team here is like genuinely some of the nicest people I've ever met. It made like the whole journey of going through this much easier and much more comforting, I think, than it would normally have been. Yeah, I think there's been a ton of changes. I think specifically like my headaches, I rarely to like at this point never get headaches anymore, which is super nice. So of course, just like physically I just feel better. I can like do basic tasks for like any amount of time and just feel perfectly fine, which is super nice. And I think too, like I just feel, I know I have a set of tools that I can use for if they ever come back. And so it's not only helping me for the short term, but it's gonna help me for the long term down the road, if like any hacks that I can use to help feel better later on. Yeah, I mean, if you're dealing with similar struggles, I highly recommend NWI. This was it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in physical therapy and rehabilitation. And I really highly recommend it. I think, like I said before, there's like world-class technology that's being used here. There's techniques that are super unique, but then also like the care team here is just literally the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. They're funny, they're relatable, they're kind, and I would 100% recommend this to anybody.